Hello children, welcome to science class. Children, we are going to start our new chapter, that is our environment. Children, in this chapter we are going to learn about weather and climate, sun's role in weather changes, air, sea breeze, land breeze, water and purification of water. So, let's begin. We experience weather changes frequently. Some days are hot or sunny. Some other days it may be cloudy or windy. Weather can be defined as the condition of the atmosphere at a particular time. Weather can be hot, cold, cloudy, dry, windy, or humid, and generally keeps on changing. A similar kind of weather in a particular place over a long period of time is called climate. The sun. The sun, which is the center of our solar system, is the weather maker. Air pressure is the weight of air as experienced from all directions on land. When air heats up, it rises up and creates an area of low pressure on earth. The surrounding cool air moves in to replace the rising air. That air comes from high pressure area. The movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area causes wind. Air. During the mornings and evenings, the sun being low in the sky, its rays fall on the earth in a slanting way. Mornings and evenings are cool. By noon, the sun is overhead and its rays fall directly on the earth, which is why it is the hottest part of the day. Thus, it is generally hotter at noon than in the mornings and evenings. Higher temperature means hotter, lower temperature means cooler. Air. We cannot see it, but we can feel it. We can live without food and water for even days, but we cannot live without air for a second. We need clean and pure air to breathe. Air is a mixture of gases. The main gases are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. The layer of air that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. Life is possible on earth only because of its atmosphere. Atmosphere protects the earth from the harmful rays of the sun. The warm air rises up and creates a region of low pressure. Cold winds from high pressure rush in to fill the vacuum. Land breeze. Unlike land, water absorbs and releases heat much slowly. So, in the night, when the land is cooler than the sea, the air above the sea rises and cool breeze from the land blows over the sea. This is called land breeze. Sea breeze. Post afternoon, land absorbs and cools faster than the sea. Hot air from the land rises and cold, humid air from the sea blows towards the land. These are called sea breeze. Water. The total amount of water found on earth never changes. It just moves from place to place and from one state to another in a continuous process. So, it is called a water cycle. Water evaporates from sea, ponds and lakes due to the heat of the sun. It rises up and forms clouds. Clouds move due to the wind. We get rain from the clouds. Rainwater gets collected from the clouds in rivers and flows to the oceans and seas. This is a continuous process and it goes on. This is known as water cycle. Humidity. The amount of water vapor in the air determines the humidity of a place. If it is hot, the air can hold more water vapor or moisture. So, even though we sweat when it is hot, we are not uncomfortable as sweat evaporates from our body. The air cannot hold any more water vapor. The humidity is nearly 100%. So, when we feel uncomfortable because sweat does not evaporate in air and we feel wet and sticky. Do you know? In desert areas have a very low humidity and the rainforests have very high humidity. About 3/4 part of our earth, also called the blue planet, is covered with water. This water is present as fresh water, sea water, brackish water. Water purification. Water should be purified by the various methods like filtration, boiling, decantation, and chlorination. Methods of water purification. Boiling. When water is boiled for about 20 minutes, the germs present in it are killed. Boiled water must be then stored in clean vessels and bottles. Use boiled water for drinking purpose. Sedimentation. The natural process by which insoluble impurities in a liquid mixture settle down to the bottom, forming a solid layer, is defined as sedimentation. If the mixture of soil and water is stirred and left undisturbed for a few hours, then the soil particles start settling down slowly at the bottom of the vessel. It is only when the water is clear the process of sedimentation is complete. The solid impurities that settle down at the bottom of the vessel are called sediments. The process of draining off the partially clear liquid after sedimentation is called decantation. During decantation, it is important to leave behind a small amount of liquid in the container in order to prevent the sediment from flowing out of the container and getting mixed with the clear liquid. The water that collects over the layer of impurities formed during the sedimentation can be separated by draining it into another beaker by decantation. Chlorination. Adding certain chemicals to water to kill germs is called chlorination. Chlorination is done in big water tanks, in swimming pools. Chlorine water is also likely to cause some skin related diseases. Filtration. These days, most people make use of filters to strain or filter out impurities in water. When water is passed through the filter, the impurities present in it stick to the filter candle, thereby letting clean water pass through.